Hi everyone, this is a horror video from Rel Horror. Enjoy watching. Silence of the Forest. It was summer, and a group of old friends went hiking in the woods for the weekend. There were 4 friends in this group: Jack, Sarah, Tom and Lisa. Jack was the leader of the group and an experienced hiker who had been to this forest several times before. Sarah was an adventurer and always ready to try something new. Tom was silent and mysterious. He rarely talked about himself and often spent time alone. Lisa was a girl from a rich family and loved luxury, but still decided to go camping to get new experiences and adventures. The first day went smoothly. Friends enjoyed the beauty of the forest, walked along the paths, picked mushrooms and berries. They found a cozy place to camp, lit a fire and ate dinner. In the evening, when they were sitting around the campfire, Sarah heard a strange sound behind the trees. She asked her friends if they had heard something similar, but they said they had not heard anything. Sarah heard the sound again and decided to investigate it. She asked Tom to come with her, and they went in search of the source of the sound. While they were away, Jack and Lisa continued to sit by the fire and talk. They heard some rustling behind the trees, but decided that it was just animals. Sarah and Tom walked for a long time, but did not find anything strange. They decided to return to the camp, but noticed that they were lost. They walked around and tried to find familiar places, but everything was similar to each other. They couldn't figure out how to get back to the camp. At night, when they were already asleep, they both had the same nightmare. They were in the forest, but were surrounded by mysterious creatures. Then, Tom and Sarah suddenly woke up hearing loud noises in the woods. They heard something moving and growling. They realized that it was not an animal, but something much more terrible. They started running. Yes, but they ran into a high fence that was several meters around them. They realized that they were inside some strange place. At this time, Jack and Lisa began to worry when Sarah and Tom did not return to the camp. They started looking for them, but to no avail. They understood that they, too, were lost in the forest. However, they found something that gave them answers to many questions. They found some ancient writings on the stones and noticed a strange statue that looked like a beast. They began to realize that they were in a territory that had long been abandoned and forgotten by people. Soon, Jack and Lisa heard a loud sound that sounded like a growl. They started to run, but they were already too close to the place where they found the ancient writings. They saw a huge monster, similar to the beast depicted on the statue, heading towards them. They understood that they were facing something terrible and unknown. They were running, trying to find salvation. Finally, they found an ancient building that looked like an abandoned temple. They noticed that there were runes and symbols on the building that they couldn't understand. They decided to hide in the building, hoping that the monster would not be able to get through the door. But the monster was not going to retreat. It began to break down the door and pull it out of its hinges. Jack and Lisa understood that they didn't have long to live. But suddenly, the monster suddenly stopped, and everything became quiet. A few minutes later, Jack and Lisa heard voices. They came out of the building and saw Sarah and Tom, who were also scared. They told Jack and Lisa that they had found a huge creature that chased them into the woods. They ran until they came across this ancient temple. The monster was no longer active, but they were still in danger. They decided to explore the temple to find some way out of this place. They discovered that the temple was built on a huge cave that stretches for several kilometers. They began to explore the cave, and soon discovered a mysterious tunnel that led even deeper into the depths of the cave. They decided to go through the tunnel to find a way out. The tunnel was dark and narrow, but they moved on until they came to a huge underground hall. In the hall they found a huge altar, which was decorated with precious stones and gold. On the altar was a jewel that glimmered with light, which looked like a huge crystal. But they knew it was a trap. The monster that had been chasing them appeared again and started chasing them through the underground hall. They ran for their lives, and eventually found a way out of the crossing hall. They ran out of the cave and got to the car, but could not calm down from the terrible incident. They decided to seek help from the locals and found a small town nearby. They told the residents their story, and they, in turn, told them about the legend that is associated with the ancient temple. According to legend, the ancient inhabitants of these places worshipped the serpent god, and every year they performed a sacrifice in the form of precious stones. They believed that the serpent god would protect them from evil and provide them with wealth. But one day, the villagers found a crystal that was much more powerful than all the other stones. They decided to use it in a sacrifice, not knowing that it would awaken an ancient evil that was hidden deep underground. It was this evil that haunted the heroes of history when they entered the temple. But thanks to their courage and resourcefulness, they were able to escape and return to life. The heroes of the story decided to leave this town and travel further, but they will never forget the horrors they had to endure in this ancient temple. And they will always remain with them in memory, reminding them that some secrets are better left undiscovered. Thank you for watching. Write comments and put likes.